Welcome. My name is Brian Knight and I live near Melbourne in Australia, and it's just after 5 o'clock in the morning on a Monday for me. Markets are not open except for cryptos. Um, Another 3 hours or so before markets open. So we'll just have a look at what happened last week, sort of look at forward for what might happen or what we might have opportunities for this week. We'll see how we go. First, let me show you this though. This is, welcome to this live Forex analysis session. Just note that any trades discussed in this group are to be classed purely as educational only. That's because we're a group of people who love each other and we are not financial advisors. There is a full risk disclosure there and a little bit about us as live session traders. Welcome, Tom. Good to see you.
Hi, Brian.
Yeah. Have a look at those charts and see. So that AUD CAD.
Yeah,
Well
looking
into the
good.
sun. Yeah, for you. That's right. And I think Darren's on a 3/4 sell on that, so that's good. Lovely. So we're just looking at what strategies we're using and how, what would I say, how sort of successful they are in this sort of relaxed method of trading. Um, you're the mason or bricklayer, Tom, and we're sort of looking at it the same way, but in a different sort of candle structure. Right, so the Aussie dollar's weakening off, Canadian obviously strengthening up. I'll look down through the AUDs to see how we go. So AUDs, CHF. Now this, I'm in this. Am I in? No, I don't think I'm in this. It got along. I think I chose not to. Just hang on. No. Okay. So, yeah, no, I'm not any of that trader would have marked it anyway. So that's it came up. It would have been like out the greens. This would have, like, from a mechanical perspective, that would have been a trade. But it's come back here, and if you had have actually got in when after it turned green in there, unless you got your stop loss there, this would have been knocked out with that sort of mechanical type of trade with the rules that we're sort of been following. AUD there's another one, got into that trade pullback, but it hasn't come down to here. Stop losses here. So we'll just see what happens this week, whether it continues that drop off. No news that to actually speak about. I'm in double trades on that for a buy to go 3/4 and to the other
You're
side.
gonna buy for this?
Yeah, well, of
Okay.
course, from outside of the rail to a green to a long, and then a pullback.
I'm 2% on the sell.
Yeah, on the sell. Yeah. No, I can understand you would be, and it's good to see that, to know, um, because what you're working on is the bricks would have pulled that back. So no, I understand. Uh, yeah, just I think it's one of those things, Tom. I mean, what I'm endeavoring to do is look at the strategy and the rules in that strategy to see whether it's, and I've had trades that have been beneficial for it to do that. Um, it, what what should happen here, in my opinion, and I haven't done it but because this turned red on the trend bar, what I should have done or could have done, not that should have or could have or would have, is actually get out of the trade. From a mechanical perspective, that's what should have happened. Yeah. I didn't, but we'll just see. The consequences are if I didn't get out there, then um it's come further down. But it changed at that candle and it would have been here sometimes in this candle. I could have got out and probably would have been break even or something like that, right? But I'm leaving it. I had left it run, right? So just a note of how um if it does break the stop loss, that's just the way it is. All right. But really, mechanically, this should have been a get out of the trade indicate, warning as such. Okay, AUD, NZD. We've got a low, we've got it having sold, and then it hasn't turned on the trend bar, but we've got these couple of buy candles in here. Yeah. So I'm not in any trade, wasn't in the sell, not in the buy yet. Right. So what have you got, Tom? Let's have a look at your
I literally just got into this sell.
into the sell. Okay, hang on. Let's have a look and see AUD NZD. Right. Because of the daily.
Mm-hmm.
I can see. But this is doing a bit of a, yeah, okay.
Yeah, but if you look on the daily, you'll see that it just broke structure.
Yeah, yeah.
So now I'm expecting a little pullback down here on
Yeah,
the 2 hour. It's gonna,
yeah. And then push back down again.
exactly.
Hmm. Okay. Oh, young Darren's there. Oh, welcome, Darren.
Right?
Hmm. So you just got into the cell. Even though you got a yellow here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Worst case scenario, I turn around and get right back
Yeah,
out again once it
yeah,
breaks structure on that long red wick.
yeah, up here. Yeah.
So if it breaks structure, I lose half my trade and I'm out. And then I turn around and get into the buy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not losing hardly anything.
Yeah.
But if I'm
No,
looking
that's
for a short because that broke structure on the daily,
mhm.
then let it turn around. If
Yeah.
not, it's going to
Mhm.
keep going down.
Yeah. Which is why the
If it
others are
turns around, I'll
too.
pick up the buy.
Yeah, okay.
But it's got to break that wick first.
Yeah, true. Okay. We were just saying there, Darren, just if I go back to ADJPY, I was saying, I mean, double buy on that one. And now it's pulled back to here. It hasn't come back to my stop loss.
Yeah.
But the point is, when that turned red, the rules that I'm sort of trading by, I really should have
Yeah.
got out of that. I really should have got out of those trades at a really small loss or break even or whatever. But I've stayed in. We'll see what happens. Maybe
Yeah.
the eternal optimist in me. But anyway. Okay, AD, NZD, come to the outside of the rail. No turn yet. Like no trend bar change. It's just sort of um, I don't know. We'll see what happens here. It's been in that sell for a while, and now it's sort of potentially to change, but not right at the moment. And Tom was just talking about the fact that he's you're in the cell, but you would have been in the cell from there as well, though, Tom, wouldn't you? From the
Well, I
actual,
caught all that. I caught
yeah,
all that.
yeah,
And then when it came down to my structure point, it started to turn. So I got out real quick. and then it
Mm.
continued down. I was like,
Right.
well, then just get back in.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah. I'm just trying to understand how you're reading it. That's really all, Tom. Okay. Okay. AUD Singapore. Yeah. Oh, you don't trade it anyway. Let's go AUD Singapore here. Mm. Well, no, I didn't take any, and that could have been a 3/4 up, but didn't quite make. Well, maybe didn't quite make the 3/4.
No, I took it and it didn't make it, so I took a partial loss on it, got out when it
When it turned, you.
turned red.
Oh, that's good. Good. So when it turned red on the trend bar, you went, no, I'm out.
Yeah.
Okay, no worries. Good. It's good to see that that works. Yeah, okay. I need to notice. I'm noticing the trend bar for the to get into a buy or a sell, but not the turn as much. All right, AUD USD, similar sort of setup here. It is a bit messy anyway.
I'm up 1.7 on this.
On sell.
Yeah.
Mm. It looks like all the AUDs are selling.
Well, I'm in a sell on this. It was a
Yeah.
3/4 sell. So
Yeah.
it's going all right at the moment.
Mm. Yeah. Good. Yeah, I don't know if I'd qualify out. I mean, I look at this and go, like, the trades are in there. And for if I look where Tom, where you got AUD, yeah, okay, mm.
So I got in way at the top where it says short.
Yeah, yeah,
No, on yeah, right there.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I've taken all that. Now I'm looking for this to either continue pushing or start its pullback.
Yeah,
If it
yeah.
starts its
But
pullback, I'll get into a buy.
you got to wait for the yellow, basically.
Yep.
Yeah, okay,
I just
lovely.
take each line.
I just take each line.
Yeah, you see the green line that says it's going up and then down and then up and then
Oh,
down.
right,
Just take the
right.
line. I don't care how much it produces, if it's 1% or
Mm,
10%, it doesn't matter.
mm.
When it says it's going to turn there and it starts to turn and shows me everything I need, just get in.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's how you do USD. So that's all AUDs, right? So CAD CHF, I'm in two buys on this, and it's sort of going in the right direction. We've still got green on the trend bar. Now, what maybe, well, see, this is the challenge here on this sort of thing. See whether it goes red to green, you get into the trade, then it goes red again, then it goes green again. This is the issue, could have got out, then you sort of got back in again at this sort of dance around the bottom here or around the top, whichever way it is. But stayed in that. So we'll just see. It's probably about break even. All right, KJPY. Similar thing. See where it turned red bit and then green again. So I'm in here with a double trade. Yeah. Let's see how it goes. All right. CHF JPY. Well, this I am I still, yeah, I am. So I got into the trade here. It came back, didn't hit my stop loss, came back up. I got a 3/4 and waiting for it to come back up to the rail. Now, it hasn't changed the trend bar. It's still green. Even though I pulled back this far, it's still green. So I'm still on the thing now. My stop is basically at the bottom here somewhere. I think it's at break even or wherever. So I'm still in that trade. I'm actually down by a little bit. Okay, that's right. But I'm looking at that either to come back and stop it out, or we'd make it to the other side of the rail. One or the other. Okay. Now let's look at the euros. Euro AUD. Oh, I'm in a double sell on this, off the short here, and now it's pushed back up and gone green. Look, one little bit of red, and it's gone green. So this could easily stop me out when market opens or whatever. We'll just see. But yeah, I mean, I'm absolutely certain this will sell because of that significant push up here. I mean, you can see it. It's just, green, green, green all the way up. But obviously this is a bit of another hurrah here. So we'll see.
I'm getting ready to get in the buy for this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yours would look quite different though, wouldn't it, Tom? Yeah, you will. Why aren't you already in it? Oh no, because 1, 2. Oh no, you should already be in it, shouldn't you?
Well, I took the sell and I held on because it was end of week.
Right.
Rather than getting
Okay.
into a trade at end of week.
Yeah.
But I'm
You
looking
wait.
at that daily going,
Yeah.
holy cow,
Yeah.
we're shooting to the moon.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for market to open, and I'm going to set my trade above that red wick. Because if
This
it
one.
beats that red wick, we're going higher.
Okay.
If it doesn't beat that red wick, I'll get into the short and ride it.
Okay. Okay. It is well outside the rail though too, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. But those rails move, so I don't count a whole lot on them.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Just a very interesting sort of different perspective, and just anyway, maybe this is the eternal optimist view, and you're the reality view. Okay. You're okay.
Mine only moves by distance, direction.
Yeah.
It doesn't move by price.
Yeah, no, I know. Well, it does move by price, but it's not something that you necessarily hang off because it's just it's a byproduct of that direction. Yeah.
Right.
Well, this though is a short out here. Now I don't have, really it's about having a double trade in this one.
Well, I'm in this
3 trades on this.
You're in 3. Yeah, good on you, Tom.
I'm in 2.
You're in 2 now. Yeah, okay. Actually, I didn't see if I could get into a trade on this. But okay. Euro CHF. This as well. Double trade here.
Not in this yet, but potentially I will do. See what happens. Market opens. I mean that signal I think certainly on my feed came very late.
The short did
on Friday. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
All right.
I'm up on this one.
It's like a record, isn't it, Darren?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I'm up on this one. Don't be sorry, Tom.
I feel bad sitting here collecting all you guys' money.
It's not ours. Like we can be in them and be going this way too. Don't worry about it. It's all cool. And it's not just transferring from us to you. Anyway, Euro GBP. Oh.
Yeah, I'm at 4 on this one.
4 sells.
Yeah.
The bricks have given you 4 opportunities. Oh no, you would have been in it from up here.
They've given me a lot more than that. I'm taking it slow.
Well, let me have a look. Where is what we got? Euro GBP. How can you get Right. So you got some from here.
One,
Yeah, but you stayed in it even though it
two.
came back up.
Right, I stayed in. So one,
But
two,
what, no, but the question is, why would you stay in?
because I didn't think it was going any higher.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
looking at the daily. Look at the daily. It shows
Yeah.
it pushing down.
Yeah.
So if the daily is showing it's going to push down, I'm going in the direction of the daily
Yeah.
until it
Okay.
tells me differently.
So you're saying it's going to turn there, which that brick there sort of represents. Okay. All right. Yep. Okay. So you got one there, you didn't get out of it, it pulled back, it's sort of little drawdown, and then it's gone. You got another one and another one and another one. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Again, good perspective. Okay, Euro JPY. Right. I got into 2 trades on this. And then it did this. Okay. What do we got coming up? Not that it matters. Manufacturing, and inflation. Okay. Oh, inflation 0.8. Wow. Okay. Maybe Europe's going pretty well. All right. So I'm in 2 trades here for the sell, which I could get into. Euro NZD. This is just like AUD. Down, but now pushing back up. Now, but the trend bar hasn't changed, right? If I look at it there, see it's still red. So I've got stop losses there. Hopefully, we'll see how we go. Huh? Right, Euro Singapore. This one,
Well, this is potentially ready for entering.
yeah, for you it is. Yeah, it's going to
Yeah.
short, but it's changed the trend bar.
Again, that short signal came very late Friday.
Yeah.
I'm jump in then, but I mean, again, with the sort of tighter stop loss, if it comes off, fantastic trade.
Mm. Yeah, well, it is that converse sort of like risk to reward. I mean, you might have a few more losses, but your rewards are going to be a lot bigger in relation to it. So anyway,
I'm in
all
3
right.
waiting for the fourth to trigger.
I've been 3 waiting for the fourth to trigger in the sell.
Yep.
Gives us confidence, doesn't it, Darren?
Bills, it's like an extra confirmation, that isn't it?
Yeah. When the voice from beyond says,
Yeah,
I'm in 3, about to be in 4, you go, beauty, I can get into 1.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Okay. Thanks, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, USD. Same.
That was nice. I'm up 1% on that.
Yeah. But you don't have a short yet, Darren.
No, I
So
don't have a short. It's probably going to come the next candle.
mm, mm.
Oh,
Okay.
it's Euro USD?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you moved on.
No, not yet, Tom. We were waiting for you in the background to go, oh yeah, I'm up. On this.
Oh, no, that's the one I'm in 3 waiting for the fourth to trigger.
Yeah, wait. Okay, right. Yeah. Of course. Oh yeah. We yet to make well, I should have made a move at that, but I'm a little bit over margined. Okay, you're AUD, which is fine. Okay. This is sorry, GBP AUD. That's what I should have said. I got knocked out of this.
Yeah, same here.
2 trades, bang, bang, gone. But like that's just the way this all rolls. It was outside, got that, got a short, got in, and then it pulled back up. Now, again, what really from this, when it turned green, I should have got out of the trade. Simple as that. But my optimism took over, and I shouldn't do that. It should just be purely mechanical. All right, GBP CAD. So, wait a minute, let's go GA. So what, Tom, you're in like 10 trades for buy, or?
No, I caught the long on down there at the bottom. I caught that long, so I got all that, and then I took that short, and I won like 0.5%, and now I'm in this for the buy, and I'm
Yeah.
already up 0.86.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, good. All right. Well, I'm waiting though if we get another turn. So we've got a higher high, which it would have been up there high, and then we've got this now. This could change again and drop off. We'll just see. What's your news? Because you had, would you have, Bank of England didn't change the, okay, so inflation. Well, that inflation rate there, which is on 26, which is, what's that, your Tuesday or something, is it?
26 is Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay.
Yeah, for us.
Yeah, of course it is. Wednesday in the morning.
7 a.m. Wednesday morning. Yeah.
It depends if this sort of makes a different, it's 3 if they're forecasting just below, but if it's more or whatever, then it could affect the outcome of this. Okay. Rightio. GBP CAD. Right. See this. If you had to go into 2 trades on that, the trend bar change, you'd have to be out and potentially back in again. What do you got, Tom? GCAD.
I'm in for the short.
Yeah,
it just triggered me in.
Okay, right, okay.
Because I had won that short down, and then when I saw the pullback, I got out. I hesitated getting in, and now I just got short again.
The only thing is the daily though looks like it's pushing higher,
and it may.
You're just taking this opportunity because this on the 2 hours telling you this, but long term, it may not break down here, and it may then just turn around and go back up. But you'll be
but I don't know that until it shows me.
No. Yeah. So what? Yeah.
So I'm going to say is all I'm going to do is I'm going to just take this short. That's why I didn't take the buy, because I thought it was going to go shorter anyway.
Yeah.
And I just waited, and then when I got my short signal on this candle, I just entered the trade. So I don't have that red candle forming at the bottom yet, like you do. So it's just flat right there. So I'm just it's either going to continue, or it's going to turn and start taking off back up again.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
But there's that green wick right there. That's what I'm looking at. See that green wick? That's what I think it's going to beat.
Yeah, come down and beat it, and then turn potentially.
No, come down and
or not.
Take out the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So I may only get 1 or 2% out of it.
And so
which I'm fine with.
Yeah. So you're trading brick by brick by brick.
Absolutely. Until it proves me wrong, I'm in.
Yeah. Okay. All right, GBP CHF. Still pretty messy, that.
Yeah, I may lose this one.
Oh, right. You're in the buy on it.
Yeah, and I got in really late.
Okay. That's unlike you. Anyway, GBP JPY. 2 trades, 3/4, got one, waiting for the second trade. It is still green on the trend bar. So we'll see. I've moved my stop profit to at least break even. I think it's break even plus, but anyway.
I'm up one.
Up what?
I'm up one.
Oh, yeah. In a sell.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. All right, let's see. GBP NZD. You're in that, Darren, for the sell.
Yeah.
I'm in it for the buy.
I think this was where I sort of ran out of margin. Yeah, you're in the buy. Yeah, you would. And it's doing all right at the moment. We'll see. I mean, this Wednesday could be the turning point for it because I think it will sell. But you're making hay while the sun shines, Tom. So that's good. You're riding it much closer. GBP Singapore, which you wouldn't be trading. So that's got its high. It's now trend bar still green, so wouldn't be in that.
I'm gonna change a trend bar. I've got
have
red
you?
on mine. Yeah.
Oh, not on mine. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's the feed.
Yeah.
But you'll still be waiting for short anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. And GBP and USD. Now it does have a trend bar change. Should be in this one.
Yeah.
You're in it for the short.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
See,
almost
I'll
at
see when
1%.
Yeah, I'll see when the market opens and whether I've got a little bit of margin there. Might be able to get into a double trade on that. There's a lot of news coming up on those. Rightio. All right, let's look at the NZDs. NCAD. Oh, you got your short. Did that come later as well?
It did, yeah. Yeah, it did. So, again.
But you'll see you can get in and then stop loss up here somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm up 1.6.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. That's good. Good to know. As saying, currently with the strategy that Darren and I are using. Okay. NZDCHF, not in any trade. It's sort of just sitting in the middle of the rails here.
I'm 2 into this one. One's at 1.4 and the other one just triggered in at 0.2.
As a sell.
Yep.
Okay. NZDJPY. So you're not worrying. Not that you're worrying. So hang on, let me have a look and see. What was that one? NZD CHF, wasn't it? Yeah. So yours, it didn't quite come outside the rail, but you've got a lower high and a short, so that's why you got in.
Well, yeah, it showed a lower high, so I set my I set it 2 candles back. 1, 2 was my entry.
Yeah, just
didn't even look at it. It triggered in. And
bang,
then
bang,
when
bang.
I saw it triggered in, I saw another candle. See, I have that candle right there that you just pointed to.
That one, yeah.
Is yellow. So it gave me another yellow wick and a further push down. So I got into another trade. And then I just ride this till it tells me it's no longer. And then I get out of both and buy it back up.
Yeah. Okay.
Boom, shaka, laka. Killing it. I am making FOREX my bitch.
Okay. So NZD that's double trades. That's selling out. That's a 3/4 down, isn't it? But we might need to look at this, Darren. We might need to look at bricks. It'd be good to have some bricks soon. But anyway, NZD USD again.
Oh, that's a nice one too.
Yeah. Double,
I'm up 1.5 on that one.
Yeah.
In a single on this one.
Yeah.
Big quarter trade.
Yeah, because it never. Yeah, okay. All right, good. Singapore Japanese yen. No, it's nothing there to up down. I think, it would have been a buy for me on that with a stop loss there, but we'll again, if you're playing by the rules. or trading by the rules. All right, USD and CAD. It's just messy rubbish, that is. Yeah, USD CHF. I don't know. Tom, do you see anything in your, like, you're not trading
I'm not
USD?
in this.
No, I wouldn't
I'm
either.
actually waiting because it's giving me contradictory
Information.
information. On the
Yeah.
daily, it shows it's going to buy like crazy. Well, it doesn't show it on yours, but it does on mine.
No,
Oh,
it
there it
does,
is.
does now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
see?
had
So
to
it
change
shows
it
like it's
too.
going to buy like crazy.
Yeah.
And
But it's doing all this.
but it's doing all that,
To
so I'm just
put,
letting it ride for a minute
yeah.
until it sorts itself out.
Yeah, and trading, a certain element of trading is like, well, knowing when to sort of stay out and when to get into the trade, isn't it? I mean, if it doesn't give you enough confirmation, but we'll see. Okay, right. Back USD CHF. Oh, you're in the buy for this, Tom.
Nope.
No, not yet.
No, not yet. It's again, it's
Oh,
showing a turn on the
really?
daily at any moment to go back
Right.
up. Once it completes that buy back up, then I'll get in for the short. Oh, I'm definitely buying it up on this side.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I know. I'm
I'm
just
talking
going like,
long
but
term. I want that short.
you got two there. That would have been an entry here, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So Friday I got out of it because it's so
Oh,
close
yeah,
to
yeah,
my entry
yeah.
and it's consolidating. So I'm just gonna let it six
Okay.
pack for a minute. And then if I get another
Mm-hmm.
blue candle, or you would have a green candle. If I get another
Mm-hmm.
candle that breaks that yellow one to the left, then I'll
The
get into the
weekend.
trade and use
Okay.
my stop underneath. Oh, look, it looks like it's forming a wick right there. Uh, I'll use the bottom of the last wick that formed to
Mm-hmm,
take the
mm-hmm,
buy.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Right, yeah. So, UJ, that definitely is a buyback up. But you see a tin red there. Such a, okay. Mm. USD Singapore, it's like the US dollar is getting a bit of strength at the moment, but nothing substantial. So that's all right. Gold did a little bit of a pullback at the end of the trading week. See how much higher that will push. You got into that sell there, didn't you, Darren? And just pulled back up again. Um, Something dramatic will happen. Silver's also to pull back as well. It tends to
Yeah,
do it pre.
I've got into silver for the sell. Three
Oh,
quarters.
okay. Well, yeah. Bitcoin's still sitting around that 84. It's not really doing too much at the moment. And oil,
Yeah, I've got into
68
this for 3/4 buy.
for a buy. You did get into it. Oh,
Yeah,
gosh. Okay.
just a single to the 3/4 line.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Hmm. Very interesting, gentlemen. Very interesting.
So last week I closed out at almost 4% profit
Overall,
overall.
yeah,
And now
well,
this week I'm starting at 4.71 in profit.
already at the moment.
Yep.
It's something to notice, isn't it, Tom? There's a convincing part of what you're doing that is still in a relaxed way, but you do have a lot more trades.
I have a lot more winning trades.
A lot more winning
My
trade, yeah.
losses are Minimal.
Yeah. I think last week you were saying you only lost one or something, and you're in one that's dodgy this week or
Well,
potentially
yeah.
dodgy.
Okay, so last week when I said I lost that one,
Yeah.
when I went in Friday, I cleaned out all the cobwebs. So everything that was just starting or at break even or anything like that, I just
Oh,
cleaned them out. I just kill
got
them.
kill them off.
I really don't care how much I lose.
Yeah.
I just wait till they start moving in my direction and pick up all the trades.
Yeah.
One of these trades that goes well would have covered all my losses plus some.
Mm. Yeah, it's a good way of doing it, isn't it?
But as you
Okay.
say, you never know what's going to happen over the weekend. So unless they're in a good position, I just close them.
Yeah, okay. All right then, gentlemen. World affairs, anything to feedback? Any craziness over the weekend that I haven't noticed? I did a charter on the weekend. I had to it took a bus load, big bus load, to a debutante or a deb ball. Picked him up at like 5 in the afternoon, and I didn't get back home until after 2:30 in the morning. But yeah, so it was a big weekend.
Wow.
Um, yeah, I did get about an hour and a half sleep in between though. That was pretty cool. Still being paid, which is great. Um, so nothing crucial that we need to know about. No sort of craziness happening. Is it you were starting to go down the toilet a bit more?
No, it does every day.
The big flush.
Yeah. The big
But
plan was revealed.
oh,
So
the
Musk and Trump are working out plans to take over China
oh yeah, take over China.
militarily.
Really?
Yep.
Well, that's going to be interesting. Yeah. Will there be any world left?
Well, what they want to do is they want to divide it. See, that's the thing. So it's the basically the southern hemisphere is to all the African countries, all the way up to Canada is the United States, over to China, and Russia's moving into Europe. So they're cutting it up between the African countries, the United States, and Russia for the entire planet. Now, if China wants to hop in and negotiate with us, because we're already in Taiwan and Japan, then we'll take North Korea and they can stay where China is.
Little old Aussie and New Zealand just stay down the bottom there, just out of the
You're going
way.
to become part of Africa, basically.
Africa. Sure.
I wish I could make this shit up, man. This is just ridiculousness.
Yeah.
But Musk, I've not liked him for a while, but I'd sort of stopped short of thinking he's an out and out fascist, but and racist. But I'm pretty convinced he is now because he's been at it again, tweeting stuff, and there's this it's very good actually, but it's been on Netflix, top viewed 4 part series, British one. I watched it, was really good. It was about basically around a knife crime sort of incident, a juvenile stabbing somebody else, and story around that. It really goes really well, and it's got great rave reviews. Now, somebody's put out there that it was actually based on the Southport, this Southport thing that happened last year. It's based on that, and they've just but they switched it from changed him from a black boy to a white person. You know, so it's an anti-white thing, and absolute nonsense. And Musk has retweeted that to his 200 million followers. The fact is, it was actually filmed before that Southport thing anyway, so it's just just absolute made up nonsense, yeah. But this stuff
What's
like
it
this,
called?
it's called Adolescence. It's called.
Okay.
It's really good. I mean, it's had rave reviews, but it has these tweets he put out there. They have consequences, don't they? These things potentially
Influence.
Yeah, so it's just going to
He's
stir.
he's yeah, he's an influencer. That's what
It's going to
what he
stir up
is.
these sort of white nationalists who buy into this idea that they changed it from a black youth to a white youth, so they don't offend black people. You know which it's just factually incorrect because it was filmed before that Southport incident where that black youth stabbed his children. So it's just nonsense. But it's out there now. And it's gone to his 200 million followers or whatever. You know, a big chunk of those will just buy into it.
Hmm.
And he
Yeah, that's why
never
he's pushing
retracts
that
these things.
AFD so hard.
But he never retracts these things, does he? You know,
No.
he's shown afterward, shown to be basically false information, but he never retracts it. It just stays out.
Yeah, the same. That's how Trump campaigns, though. He just puts out just a bunch of bullshit. People believe it, and he never retracts it. No matter how you can prove 10 different ways he's wrong, it doesn't matter because it's out in the ethos.
Hmm.
He got his message out. That's all he wanted.
It's old time, Hitler brainwashing. That's all it is. You put out
Yeah.
rubbish, and Russia's does the same thing. It just influences stuff, and the whole bit about Ukraine, and so they create all this rubbish about. But then you've got people like Musk and Trump and others just keep it alive. It's like so it makes it real, and it's not. It's total fabrication.
Yeah.
And it's to turn people. It's like, oh yeah, look, Zelensky, he's got millions and he's got yachts and stuff, and it's like total fabrication. Total. Just to have people say, oh yeah, we shouldn't support because he's rorting his position. Like, what rubbish. Like,
Yeah, they do that shit here with individuals too. Like, Hillary Clinton's daughter was getting $1,800,000 a month for 6 months or something like that for her wedding, and it was just overly debunked.
yeah.
And you can still hear MAGA saying,
yeah.
He's been ripping this off for millions.
Yeah.
And it's like they hear the message and that's it.
Yeah.
Well, you just create it, which then creates the snowball. It just keeps alive.
And it's never corrected by anybody, in his administration. So everything's a lie because it's coming from somebody else, as the good cult leader has taught them.
Yeah. But you also got what's his what's it called? Social truth or truth
social?
Yeah. Like you
The
use the
liar's
word
platform.
truth and it's like bullshit social.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is.
So, you use the word truth to give it some credence or value. I mean, it's rubbish.
If you try and do something about this misinformation, then they then say, that's free speech, you're restricting free speech. And JD Vance comes out with comments like that.
I don't know. It's a very different
free speech. You should be allowed to just lie like that. Because that's free speech. Free speech. Put misinformation out there. Free speech. If you stop us, you're restricting free speech.
However, they put a twist on it lately.
Yeah.
So you're only allowed free speech but you can't say anything bad about the government.
Yeah.
And they took that protester away, and everybody was like, good. He's a Palestinian protester. He got no rights. He's got no nothing. And I can just point blank look at them in the face and say, you don't realize what you're giving up when you accept this. Because now with Starlink and Apple joining together, your conversations, whether you hear them or not, whether you're talking on the phone or anything else, they can hear you. So if you're sitting in your house and you say, I would like to see him, whatever, now that information is passed to the government. And what they're going to do with that information is around voting time, say all these people are blacklisted now from voting because they criticize the U.S. government. You lose your freedom of speech when you criticize the government. When you lose because they have to remove your freedom of speech, that's now considered a felony, and therefore felons cannot vote. And they could do it in a mass email. You've been notified.
There's a lot to play out, isn't it? There's a lot to play out.
Yeah. Dude, we're in our 3rd month of a 4-year term.
Oh, yeah. Only 4 years, you reckon?
Huh. So people are dumping all their iPhone products. Anything that can record in their house. Because they're like, well, shit. I say anything and I'm going to prison.
Yeah. Apple's gonna, okay. Well, are the Teslas still targets or?
Oh yeah, all these big companies are coming into targets. Hell, we're banning Nestle here pretty quick. No Nestle products. No Airbnb. No Teslas. No what's next? I mean, what's next? There's grocery stores that you can't shop at anymore. Because they are just coming out and saying, yeah, we're racist and we're going to live this way. And people are like, the fuck we are.
Yeah, but the megas will be following them.
Good. Let them get their money from the megas.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's see how long Arkansas and Alabama could carry them.
Yeah, put the squeeze. I think, it's like, I don't know if you saw it, probably didn't, but here, it's probably not a lot, but Australia had this sort of like, we've had it for quite a few years, developed here some sort of a radar warning system or pre-warning sort of for our what do you call it? Our sort of boundaries as such, if you want. Anyway, Canada went, oh, we like that. We want to protect our boundaries. We'll pay you $6 billion or $6.5 billion, whatever it is, for this new radar system for our boundaries. Quite interesting.
Just like Canada just canceled all those planes from the United States.
Yeah.
And started buying them from the EU instead.
Yeah. I can imagine billions and billions of dollars are just going somewhere else. Yeah.
So I already know I'm on the list because I talk shit online all the time.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure I'm on the list somewhere.
Yeah. Well, it's good. You won't have to even go anywhere to vote now. You're fine.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Let's see what happens when the market's open. I've got to go drive a school bus, deliver kids to school. So I've got 2 weeks and then school holidays. So I've got this week and next week, and then I've got 2 weeks unless they want me to charter or anything, but a couple of weeks of holidays. So it depends. I might be intermittent at that around then. supposed to go visit someone, so we'll see. All right then. Have a
Okay.
great day.
See you tomorrow.
Keep those
See ya.
percentages, and we'll see how we go. Till tomorrow.
All right.
Ciao.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye.